Do you know too much about Brad Tavares?
I do know Brad Tavares, and you know, I like his style. I think he's on like a couple of wins right now, a couple like 2 or 3 win streak right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, I do like he up and down. Like I thought like 2017, 2018 was gonna be his like years, but he ran into Izzy, and then
and that's the crazy part. He ran into, bro. If I look at his last his last 2 losses was Israel and Edmund Shabazian, when Edmund was supposed to be that guy. Like, you know, when he was supposed to be the next one. Mm-hmm. And that ain't a bad loss for 2019, but like,
that'd be a good run back fight too, bro. Let's run that back.
Yeah, he'll kill. I mean, don't run the Izzy fight back though. I know that.
Yeah.
Don't run that one back.
You know, it's crazy, but like ever since like the Izzy thing, it's just kind of always, you know, because I know the Talis latest fight, I watched that one, and I think he fought Ellis after that one, and I'm like, he was good on both. I like him. I always thought Brad Tavares had it, but he started running into them killers. Like when he ran into Robert, I don't think he fared too well. Like
that was like 44 seconds. That was like real quick, you know. I don't think people really knew Robert was gonna be that good too. I ain't gonna lie to you, because the Ultimate Fighter Australia and all that is like, how often do we get a champion from, you know, like that?
And what's weird, and I think like I don't think they'll fight again. But if they fought again, I think Robert's approach would be different, because that Robert was a killer. And now he kind of fights smarter, man. Stay on the outside, like outpoint his opponent. So I think if they fought again, I think Brad will have a chance, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, not a chance, but a better chance.
He might. I always liked his hands. I thought he had great hands. Always.
Yeah, he's straight, man. It just the one thing about Brad is like he athletic and strong, and he's a little bit good everywhere, but he ain't great in one area that give him a definitive way to win. You know what I'm saying? That's why like sometimes when he run into people who can KO him, like you know what I'm saying? Because like they have a definitive way of, you know, they have a definitive way of beating him. And he don't really have a definitive way to get people out of there. And we talk about this all the time. You need at least, if you ain't got no other move, you need at least a rear naked choke. You know what I'm saying? Like you at least need to get people out of there, get people down with your size and strength. You're good enough everywhere to do it. Yeah. But
I think I kind of would disagree with that a little bit, man, because I think Brad, he has knockout power. But if you go back, like even his last fight against Omari, man, like he hurt him and everything. Sometimes he just don't pull the trigger.
But I think that's because he got knocked out a few times. And what happened is he like a little bit cautious because you don't want to run in like you did when you was younger and get caught. And now you know you was winning. Now you knocked out and stuff like that. So that might have something to do with it.
It's a fickle game, man. You gotta understand, he been fighting for 10 years.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It is, you done seen everything. Like it's been so many changes. People that done came up over him, went under him, fell out of order, been in order. Like it's a real hard, like a lot of people ain't built for like that Max Holloway run or that Tony Ferguson run. It's not, you know, you start losing to them big names because like when losing to Robert, like how he did, and then you start losing to Izzy, and then these guys is real fixtures in your division. That just further cements you not being nowhere close to that top 5. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't think about it like that, but yeah, that does make sense because it's like you finally got there, and then there was such a wide margin of like skill that it's like, oh snap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like, how do you get? Because like even like Derek Brunson will get right there, and then he'll get to Izzy, and then it's like 2 minutes, and it's like, oh my goodness, you done knocked out 5 people in a row, and then you got to the top, and the skill margin was that wide that you didn't stand a chance. Like now the dude he fighting, have you ever seen this dude Dricus Plessis?
No, I'm not too you know, it's weird because I watch a lot of prelims and don't know the actual fighters and stuff like that. So I don't know. Is he new? Is he?
No,
he got 2 fights in the UFC. Man, you might not remember the first one because I mean that was in 2020, and the person he fought ain't really the biggest name. But there was a guy, a black guy named Trevin Giles. I don't know if you ever watched him, but he kind of nice with some hands and stuff. But you know, they had a good fight, and Trevin was actually winning, and he dropped his hands for 2 seconds, and Dricus beat him. Now the thing about Dricus is he come from South Africa, European guy, but South Africa. But his record is 16-2. But the thing is, all his wins come by finish. He don't let nobody go to the scorecards. Okay. So that's crazy because he got 7 KOs and 9 submissions. And, you know, Brad sometimes can, every now and then, he'll get on the win streak, and then you just don't know if, you know what I'm saying?
Then you got somebody like, pretty much, what's his name? Dricus, Dlessis. You got somebody like him, bro, who's a finisher, who's fighting against Brad, who can be hard to finish. So that's what makes this fight interesting.
But Brad is very difficult to finish, especially now with the experience. But the thing is, sometimes Brad is a little bit too passive. Like, sometimes he's content with the fight going at a certain pace. Like, does that make sense? You know that pace that Brad fights at, to where like he don't let it go. He don't let it go into like a crazy firefight, but it ain't necessarily boring. It's just kind of like that middle of the ground, you know, I'll get the 29-28 deal. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think Brad looking good after the fight with no scratches and stuff, man.
Hey, if I look like that, I probably wouldn't want to be getting scratched up either, to be honest. So
he a tough out. He definitely a tough out. Yeah.
So I mean, with him having the experience, I probably lean more towards Brad, but he got to be on his P's and Q's because this dude, he finished people. He get people out of there.